Let's discuss a question from theory of machine where it's a question from gear trains. The power input to gear A is 1000 watts and the speed of gear A is given. The number of teeth on A and B are given and the torque output from gear B is requested. Now this is a question. So a question where you have to two or three things you have to remember. The power input to gear A, obviously you're giving power input to A and you're taking out from B, and there will be some power loss due to friction in between, but if there is no slip, and you know that at the pitch point there is no slip, so there will be some loss because there is slipping in other areas, but but that's difficult to estimate. So one basic or fair assumption will be the power output is equal to power input. Okay, so the power output is taken from B, and so the power output can always be written as torque of B into omega of B. That is the power output from B, and which is equal to the power input, and which is 1000 watts. So now the torque is something which we need to estimate, and this omega B is angular speed. So I need to write this as 2 pi n by 60. Now why 2 pi n by 60 is n is in revolutions per minute, so in order to convert that in radians per minute I multiplied with 2 pi, and that minute, in order to convert into seconds, I have used 60. 2 pi n by 60, n is of speed B, so this is 1000 watts. So in order to get the torque existing at B, I need to know the speed of B, then only I can use this equation. So we'll come back to this equation. How do I know speed of B? Now the speed of A is given, the number of teeth on A and B are given, so you have to use the speed, and when two gears are in mesh, the ratio of their speeds NB by NA is in the inverse ratio of their teeth. So obviously that's quite simple. I mean, you need not use maths. You have a larger teeth and a smaller teeth. The larger will have more number of teeth, it will revolve slowly. The smaller gear will revolve more. By the time this A makes one revolution, B would have made many revolutions. Because it's smaller, it has lesser number of teeth. So that's basic. So it's inverse law. So NB is what we need to find out. Now TA, we know it is 32 by 16. So NB is twice of NA. NA, the speed of A, is given as 60, so it's 60 into 2, so this is 120 rpm. So this is 120 rpm, and thus 120 rpm, you just go back and substitute it here, you get the torque. So we use the torque as the torque as 2 pi into 120. This is just multiplication, not is equal to, by 60 is equal to 1000. So from this you will get torque as 1000 by 4 pi, because 120 by 60 is 2. So this is 4 pi, and this will be 250 by pi, 250 by 3 point something. So this comes around, if we calculate, 79.6 Newton meter. So the value for this is 79.6 Newton meter. So we have used both the energy balance as well as the speed and the teeth ratio relation. Thank you.